Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Monalisa Rumbai, bringing to you Salesian news across the globe. With a gradual return to normality, the Salesians in Spain want to deepen two fundamental aspects of the charism: care for interiority, prayer and presence. One of the most interesting proposals in this sense is the initiative De Tu a Tu, organized by the province Spain St. James Major SSM as part of its itinerary of education in the faith. De Tu a Tu consists of a day of formation on prayer addressed to young animators between 16 and 23 years old. It is divided into different stages depending on the age of the children to whom the animators are dedicated: children, pre-adolescents and adolescents, and at the same time also for the age of the participants between young people and young adults. The workshops deepen the itinerary of prayer for the youngest. They help to experience and learn how to animate different styles of prayer and celebration, as well as to accompany strong moments of prayer. And during the day, the animators learn to pray. Recovering this type of gatherings in a face-to-face format is, without a doubt, a golden opportunity to continue to share meeting, formative and playful spaces in which the animators of our youth centers feel protagonists of their life, their vocation and their mission at the service of other young people in the style of Don Bosco, concludes Don Camino. The journey of reflection and study of the three nuclei of the chapter theme continues to engage the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians FMA, gathered in Rome at the FMA General Chapter 24th. And it is precisely a reflection accompanied by discernment and the atmosphere of prayer and listening to the Holy Spirit, the attitude with which all 172 religious gathered for General Chapter 24th are preparing to live next week the elections of the Mother General Tuesday, October 5th, and of the other sisters called to form part of the General Council of the Institute. In the commissions and subcommittees, we live the experience of sharing, listening and constructive dialogue, of thinking together and of discernment. Then, in the assembly moment, the summaries of the work are presented, followed by the dialogue of deepening and the sharing of experiences aimed at strengthening the feeling of synodal communities on the way. For many Salesians, teachers, young people, local authorities and communities of Poland in September 1996, a great event took place which constituted an important novelty and a cutting-edge educational structure. At the time, in fact, in the small town of Lutomyrsk, which among other things from 1st January 2022 will be officially recognized as a city, the Salesian Secondary School of Music and Organ School was established as a continuation of the Salesian Organ School of Przemysl. The 25th anniversary also attracted many past pupils who gathered in numbers of about 150 for the feast and celebrations. Among the guests invited, there were Salesians, in particular those in various capacities have been linked to the school, such as assistants, teachers, educators, numerous directors of the music schools of the region, as well as representatives of provincial and local authorities. After the official celebrations, a common photo and a moment of fraternal agape, the festive celebration ended with a meeting of the past pupils and teachers at the Don Bosco Youth Center, where they could remember the years spent together. Presided over by the Rector Major, Father Angel Fernandez Arteme, the funeral of Father Giuseppe Nicolucci, SDB 1938 to 2021 took place yesterday, the 1st of October, in the Basilica of the Sacred Heart in Rome. The funeral ceremony, attended by many Salesians from the different houses of Rome and followed live through streaming from all over the world, allowed us to accompany on the last journey and to pay the right tribute to the Salesian much loved throughout the congregation. The moment of memories was still prolonged, given the large amount of messages and thoughts that many and from all over the world wanted to pay to Don Nicolucci. After the homage also of her nephew Guido Caligari, the letter sent by Mother Vone Rangot, Mother General of the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians, engaged in these days at the 24th General Chapter of the Institute, was read, and Father Kyulho finally enumerated the letters also received from cardinals, archbishops and Salesian bishops and provincials from all over the world who were indebted to Father Nicolucci. The Management and Services Company, MRSA, has donated more than 100 jackets to the recipients of the Fundación Don Bosco FDB as part of the winter clothing collection campaign. The donation benefited the houses PECP Rodrigo Carranza, PEC Keferino Namuncura, Albergue Nuvia Luz, Residencia Le Jovenes Bartolome Garelli, and Residencia Familiar Cardenal Raul Silva Henriquez. From 23rd to 26th September at Cole Don Bosco, the Camp 4 took place. A moment of retreat and reflection for young people who have just measured up to the age of 29. This event was attended by more than 100 young people who were confronted with educational issues related to the pastoral educational community according to the proposal of the reference framework of youth ministry. The interventions of the Salesians Father Alberto Martelli and Father Matteo Rupel guided and helped the young people in their reflection. Another theme addressed was that of discernment, thanks to the meeting that took place in Cherry, a symbolic place of John Bosco's discernment, with 3 witnesses who recounted the different aspects of this fundamental element of the life of each person. The day of September 25th was instead dedicated to the Assembly of the Salesian Youth Movement, SYM. The young people were confronted with the life experiences and stimuli of Renato Cursi, Executive Secretary of Don Bosco International, and Andrea Farina, Coordinator of the Salesian Observatory for the Rights of Minors. On September 29, the Salesian community of Benin gathered around Father Alphonse Owudo, Counselor for the Africa-Madagascar region, for the last stage of discernment in view of the appointment of the new provincials of this sub-region. Before concluding his visits to this area, the regional councillor is called in these days to some last appointments, such as the visit to the new headquarters of the Province of Northwest Africa, AON, in Katuno, and the meeting with the provincial councillor. On September 21st, the Salesian Prenovitiate of Central America received the visit of Father Ivo Kyolho, General Counselor for Formation, accompanied by Father Francisco Santos of the same disastery. On this occasion, a group colloquium was held during which some vocational experiences were shared, with a formative deepening consisting of learning through experience the meaning of Salesian vocation. Father Kyolho recalled that it is not just about gaining experience, but learning through experience. What is this learning through experience? It is the ability to look at what we have heard and to listen to what the Spirit tells us through it. It doesn't matter if an experience is good or bad. What matters is to look at it and listen to what the Spirit says through it. The visits to the Salesian Missionary Prosecutor's Office of Father Alfred Maravilla, General Counselor for the Missions, continue. Accompanied by the coordinator of the Missionary Prosecutor's Offices, Father George Menamparampil, the General Counselor met the new Procurator of Don Bosco Missions of Turin, Father Daniel Atuñas, and his collaborators. It was a day of fraternal and fruitful exchange to learn about the functioning of the Procuratorate by the General Counselor, and in turn to share the expectations of this congregation from the Salesian prosecutors. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.